Welcome to The American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's The American Dream. Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise, luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream.
And welcome to The American Dream. My name is Jolene Millen, and we are here in my beautiful town of Palmer, Alaska. I don't know about you, but I am an absolute animal lover, and today we actually get to hang out with some muskox at the muskox farm. I really don't know much about them, but I do know that I'm excited to check it out. So let's go. Here with Danny, who is the Director of Education at the farm, and she's going to kind of tell us about the farm and just everything about it. So Danny, my first thing is, like, when did this farm start and how did it start?
Yeah, so we have been lucky enough to be at this for quite a while. So our founder, John Teal, started us back in the early 1950s with the idea that if you were going to farm here in Alaska and you're going to have an animal, you should probably have one that could survive in our environment here. And so for him, muskoxen were perfect for that. We've evolved a lot over the years to make this place work, but the core pieces that haven't changed through time are our dedication to those guys, like safety back there, and being able to utilize their hair. So they have an undercoat called kibute. So their job is to eat, sleep, poop, and grow hair out here for us.
I want that life.
Yep.
So I think I read, like, back in the 30s, they were extinct, or they were going to be extinct. How is that now? What does it look like for the population now?
Yeah, so our wild muskox here in Alaska are doing well at this point. So you're right, back in the 1930s, they did go extinct in Alaska. And give it a few years and the US government decided to bring these guys back from Greenland, of all places. Went out, got muskox, put them on a small island on the west coast of Alaska called Nunivak. And that's how muskox here in Alaska got their start for a second time. And those animals have been repatriated to lots of places in their natural areas throughout Alaska, giving us a pretty good population here at this point. They're not threatened or endangered, but they are an animal that we're very curious how they're going to do as our climate keeps changing, and how these guys do with that as someone that is very specifically ready for winter.
And so this farm is how many acres?
Yeah, so we have 75 acres of protected farmland out here.
Okay. Yep. And your herd is how big right now?
Yeah, so we have 76 amazing individual muskox out here.
So last year, Love did not happen.
Correct.
But we do have a yearling and a little bumblebee. I think we're gonna go eat her.
We are, yes. She is full of sass, and it is the most spectacular thing that probably happens as an only child. So Bumblebee will turn 2 years old in the spring on us. She is the girly in the middle here with that full set of horns. Muskox don't fully get their horns in until they're 5, so she's got a lot of growing up to do, and hopefully her attitude can grow up too. So she's amazing with farm routines, but she definitely has some sass that she likes to pull out.
Like any toddler.
Yeah.
Now I do notice on your muskox, actually a lot of their horns are trimmed. What is that?
Yeah, so it's a safety piece for both them and us. So we trim their horns 2 times in their life, just to protect all of us. So there's no wolves out here that they have to worry about protecting themselves from. So we can take a tiny piece off the end of their horn, get that sharp little chunk off. They don't feel it. but it makes it a lot safer for all of us and for them as they're walking around with each other and us on the farm.
And they do not shed their horns. See, they're lifers.
Yeah, okay. Yep, we keep those guys.
Okay. Well, here we are at the Muskox Farm. I appreciate everybody joining us today. And until next time, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Hello and welcome to Eagle River, Alaska. I'm your host, Melissa Flint, and this is the American Dream. There's nothing quite like these views, a warm cup of coffee to get your morning started right. Alaskans are known for their rich coffee culture, and we're gonna head down the mountain and check out the coffee scene. Unlike other coffee drinking cities in the United States, Alaska prides itself on local roasts and small coffee huts that you will see popped up all throughout the cities here in Anchorage. Hey Doug, how you doing?
Hey Melissa, thanks for having me.
Yes, so you're with Kaladi Brothers Coffee.
I am.
And what do you have there?
Just some black coffee here. Been working with Jitters a long time. We got a little custom blend for him here.
One of the most iconic things about Kaladi Brothers Coffee is the red goat. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, the red goat comes from kind of a historical story about how coffee was discovered. It was supposedly a guy named Kaldi who was a goat herder, and he was in the hills of Ethiopia with his goats, and they were eating these mysterious coffee cherries. Well, they didn't know what they were at the time, but mysterious red cherries. And they started galloping around, and so that's where our red galloping goat logo comes from. Somehow Kaldi got the idea to then roast the seeds inside the coffee fruit, and that's where our brand comes from.
Tell me a little bit about coffee culture here in Alaska and what makes it unique.
The coffee culture in Alaska is really special because we have so many independent coffee shops like Jitters here. We've done a good job of like keeping those national brands kind of away from Alaska. I mean, we have definitely some here, but we're lucky to have these really unique, special, family-owned cafes that are really just vibrant and colorful, and yeah.
Thank you so
I appreciate
much.
it. Thank you.
I was trying to think of a theme that I really like, and I was always enamored with the 1920s and 30s, the Prohibition era, the back bars and all that sort of thing. And so once I came up with the name, I started designing the bar, had a friend build it. We decided we're going to do these tables out of old antique sewing machines and butcher block tops. And I remember sitting here after a year of working on it. We had somebody come in and clean and get it all ready for the next day. My wife and I sat up by the window there and looked. We thought, wow, we like this. Yeah, we became kind of an office away from home for a lot of folks. There's people that camp here all day long with their computers and their files and so on. Sometimes they're hauling in boxes of files and working for hours on end. And yeah, it's a strong community as far as the support that they offer us. So yeah.
So we're going to empty out our portafilter, and we're going to get a nice full filter of grinds, and I'm going to tamp it, press down nice and firm, kind of rub the edges so I'm not getting all the grinds up in the machine. And then we're going to pull a shot. As that's pulling, I'm going to go over and I'm going to get the white chocolate powder, and we're going to do 2 even scoops of that. And then this shot did pull well, so I'm going to use that in the powder. I'm going to take my little stir wand here, and I'm going to go ahead and mix that in. All right, once that gets to about 145, I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of that in, mix it together a little bit more, pour the rest into the top, leaving a tiny bit of room so that we can add the best part, end of that one, And voila, there we have a white mocha.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Well, thank goodness for good baristas,
yes.
a good coffee, and hobbies that win us straight.
Yes.
Okay.
It's been a good run. I don't know what I'm going to do when I grow up.
The gateway to Alaska, we host over 1.4 million visitors a year with a population of only 14,000 residents. This is my hometown, Ketchikan, Alaska. This is the quiet and peaceful time of year before the cruise ships start returning. I'm Shirley Arnson, your community market leader and real estate expert and American Dream TV host for Ketchikan Life. Island life in southern Southeast Alaska is not for the faint of heart. This is a temperate rainforest with almost 200 annual inches of rain per year.
Ketchikan history goes back to the indigenous warriors of the Tlingit, Tsimshian, and Haida tribes of our native First Peoples. It's an eclectic island community spanning a 54-mile road system set along the southern tip of Revilla-Gagedo Island. Let's meet another one of Ketchikan's famous, Susan Peters, the owner and operator of Scanlon Gallery, Alaska's oldest operating art gallery.
Today, we get to speak with another one of Ketchikan's famous, Susan Peters, who's the owner and operator of Scanlon's Gallery, Alaska's oldest operating gallery. Thanks for meeting with me today, Susan. This is such a beautiful space that you've created.
Thank you.
I'm here to ask a little bit more about what you think makes Ketchikan a great place to live, work, and play.
Well, it's one of a kind, that's for sure. The scenery is beautiful, the people are beautiful. I first moved here about 40 years ago, and I just couldn't believe it was here. It's just everything about it I love. So I think anybody that comes here, they can feel the enchantment. And also one of the best things about Ketchikan is our artist community. It's huge, and it always has been very, very strong. So having a gallery showcasing this is wonderful. And throughout the whole state, this is a beautiful state.
Right, we have this wild landscape, this wild surrounding, and then it inspires people to create really beautiful pieces of art. So if somebody was thinking about relocating here to Ketchikan, what suggestions would you have for them?
Come visit, spend a little time here. But if you're like to be in the outdoors, if you don't mind a little rain, it's a good place to try if you can find something that you like to do here. And there's lots of opportunities in Ketchikan.
So you guys also do a lot of custom framing.
Yes, we are a full-service frame shop. We do it all, and been doing it since 1972.
It kind of seems like you have something for everyone here.
Well, we try, in the art world.
Yeah, well, because you have items, gifts, as you said as well. So there's purses and really just neat trinkets and art pieces and
right, made in Alaska, most of it. So that's a good thing. We support our artists very well.
Yes. Thank you so much for meeting with me. I really appreciate it today, talking a little bit about what makes Ketchikan unique. And I find it super attractive, and everything that you've put together here in the store is just magnetic. And I'm looking forward to seeing what continues to come out of your gallery here this year and into the coming season.
Thank you very much, too. Yes, it's been a joy, and it is a joy.
Today, our community offers a diverse economic makeup, offering abundant fishing, hunting, great lifestyle choices, education and research opportunities, a thriving arts community, and a rich Native heritage and culture. So come back, check out more about Ketchikan life with me, Charlie Arnson, your host, here with American Dream TV. See you next time.
I'm Scott Rosenthal, and this is the American Dream. I'm here in Fairbanks, Alaska, right outside of UAF. Some things they're known for are the rifle team as well as the hockey team. One thing that I particularly like is the pizza on this side of town. I found this little hidden gem that brings me back to home just like I'm in New Jersey. We're gonna go check it out and see what they do here and how they operate in Fairbanks. Come with me. I'm here at Collegetown Pizzeria. This is Chase. This is the closest joint here in Fairbanks that has pizza just like the East Coast.
We make New York style pizza. So we got slices. Of course, you can always order pizza, calzone. We've got Alaskan made beers and plenty of Alaskan made sodas as well.
I love that you guys have slices. You've got to be the only true pizza joint here in Fairbanks that still offers that.
Heck yeah, man. Well, let's go show you how to throw some dough.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's go.
What kind of pizza do you want?
My favorite is always sausage and pepperoni.
All right, Scott, so to make your pizza, we're gonna use, it's gonna be 8 ounces total of sauce.
What kind of sauce do you guys use? Do you make it here?
We make it here, yep. We have our own sauce recipe that we like to use. 8.5 ounces of cheese.
8.5. So you guys have any crazing toppings that you use? Not out of the norm?
I would say reindeer sausage is not normal.
Sure. That's got to be real cool for Alaska specifically.
Yeah, man. So, reindeer sausage, it's andouille sausage with reindeer meat added to it. We use cream cheese. Cream cheese is a delicious addition to a pizza that's not too normal.
I tell you what, man, this has been awesome. Everybody's got to get down here to try these pizzas at Collegetown Pizzeria. Got a special treat for you guys tonight. Hooked up with my friend Nick from Aurora, Alaska. We're gonna go to a secret location here outside of Fairbanks, and we're gonna get to chase the northern lights tonight. I'm here with Nick Williams with Aurora in Alaska. Nick, tell me where we're at right now.
We're at one of our top secret aurora viewing locations just north of Fairbanks, Alaska.
So what goes into preparing each night before you come out to do one of these tours?
Some nights you can see the northern lights right in town.
Yeah.
That's not every night.
No.
We put a lot of research into where we go, and that goes down to the clouds. Cloud coverage is the biggest deal. You have to have clear skies to see the northern lights, right?
Yeah.
And we look at the cloud maps not only by the day, but by the hour.
Okay.
And we work with our clients during the length of their trip, and we get them out on the best night possible. We put a lot of things into where we go as far as the landscape that's going to be behind you in the photos for a perfect picture of the aurora. Well, while we're out here, we try to keep our guests warm. We have a fire to stay warm around.
Yeah, this is great.
We have Aurora seltzers, and we have a few things on the menu to keep guests full in case they get hungry. We do Alaska reindeer sausages right over the fire.
Oh, great. Shout out to Chase at Collegetown Pizzeria and Nick with Aurora in Alaska for letting me tag along with them today. Fairbanks, Alaska is one of the coolest places in the world to be. There is so much to do, so much to see, and some great pizza to eat. I'm glad you let me take you around with me today. I look forward to showing you more of Fairbanks next time on The American Dream.
Join me today as we explore 2 restaurants that were founded out of 2 colony houses here in the Mat-Su Valley. I'm your host, Caitlin Espada, and this is The American Dream. Tell us a little bit about what your inspiration was to remodel this 1950s home and turn it into a popular restaurant here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Luke Heist, my business partner, actually found this property. Being in the restaurant industry my whole life, it's always been a dream to have my own space and restaurant, and it's a perfect starting building. It's small, it's quaint, it's cute, it has character. It was an entire crazy process, but we're super happy with the outcome and how it turned out, and we love it.
Quite the undertaking.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, you've had a culinary past here in the Valley.
Yeah.
What are some of your
So I was born and raised here in Palmer. I was born at the Palmer Hospital that doesn't exist anymore. I grew up with my dad was a gamesman, fisher, hunter, and he just loved food. He always cooked. It was his like escape. He would blast his music and cook us all dinner, which was like, I didn't realize, I think built my healthy relationship with food.
Well, thank you for sharing, Heather. Let's go check out your kitchen where the magic happens.
Absolutely.
Heather, what are you making?
We are going to fry up some arancini, which is risotto balls stuffed with fresh mozzarella and breaded in a gluten-free panko. And it's gonna make noise, but don't worry. Yep, there you go. Beautiful.
So if real estate doesn't work out for me, I got a job.
Yeah, you got a kitchen line job.
It's so pretty.
Okay, so now we know this one's almost done. Right in the bottom, perfect, beautiful. That's it.
Okay,
and
just
then
put
you're
it in there?
Put it right in the middle. And you're just gonna do a nice little drizzle. Oh yeah. There you go. Set it right on top. And that's it.
Ta-da! Cheers. Great
Cheers.
job, Heather.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, thanks for showing us Feather and Flower, and we're gonna head on over to another culinary favorite in the Valley, the Grape Tap in Wasilla. We're here at the local iconic restaurant Grape Tap in Wasilla, Alaska with owner Kristen Cook. Thanks for having us here today to showcase your wonderful restaurant. So you also specialize in wine and special foods. Can you tell us a little bit more about your menu?
Our menu now is very, I call it Alaskana. But it also goes with wine. So we are appetizer heavy. It has ahi, it has brie, scallops, so a lot of Alaskan items.
You have an amazing event space downstairs and wine cellar. I'd love if we could go check it out.
Absolutely. This is our cellar.
Wow, is that the wine room?
It is.
It's beautiful. Let's go check it out.
Absolutely.
How do you choose which bottles make it in here?
So a lot of these wines, they're wines that you wouldn't typically be able to pour by the glass. Sometimes they're a bit more expensive, or they're a little bit more eclectic, so they're harder for me to get. And so those make it to our bottle list.
So you do lots of birthdays and anniversary celebrations?
Oh, absolutely.
This is a great place to come.
Bachelorette parties, weddings. We've had people get married down here.
I could see that. It's a beautiful space. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to show us the Grape Tap here in Wasilla. And let's have a toast.
Let's do it, of course.
The Mat-Su Valley has some great culinary restaurants here. And thank you, Kristen, for showcasing the Grape Tap today with us. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me today as we explored 2 fine dining restaurants here in the Mat-Su Valley. I'm your host, Caitlin Espada, and this is The American Dream.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.